Happiness is a wonderful, fleeting emotion. Learn to make every one of your happy moments count. My name is Robert Rio, and this is the Happy Moments Podcast. Every Monday and Friday, I bring you a brief, to-the-point episode, not only about how to find more happy moments, but to make those happy moments count. Be sure to visit my website at happymomentspodcast.com to get all of the podcast episodes and to sign up to get all of the new episodes directly in your inbox. Now let's get to today's episode. Today I'm going to talk about something that I tend to feel that I lack, and that's patience. Patience is something I've always struggled with, and it's been, I guess, a recent trip that I took. It really tested this theory in me. A trip I took recently to my parents' house in Delaware, which is about a 3.5, 4 hour drive. 3.5 normally, with the traffic that we had to go through on the way home, took about 4.5 hours for us. And this is really what tested the patience. I'm not a good person to be stuck in traffic, I guess. And if you ask my wife, she says, well, you're going to have a stroke pretty soon if you have to be in traffic anymore. But traffic is my arch nemesis. I'm going to tell you that right now. I would much rather be on a backcountry road constantly moving than on a major road stuck in traffic. And my patience was really tested. And we were stuck on a major road, and it always just boggles my mind how on a major road you can come to a stop, a road with no stop signs, no stoplights, an expressway. You can almost come to a complete stop in the middle of this road with nothing there that would ever make you stop. But I want to talk about patience today and happiness and how that relates to happiness. And patience, when you think about it, a lot of times people think patience is waiting for something. That patience is the fact that you need to wait for something, but patience really isn't the fact or the act of actually waiting for something. Patience is actually how you act while you're waiting for something. What's going on while you're waiting for something to happen? And I think that's where I get myself in trouble. So while I'm sitting there in traffic, I'm fuming. I'm complaining. I'm, sighing. I'm taking deep breaths. I'm asking why this person's doing this and this person's doing that. And I think that's what it came down to, is the fact that I'm working myself up over this thing and this traffic and making it so much worse than it actually is, when I could be enjoying the time that I'm sitting there doing something else. And, still paying attention to the traffic, obviously, the driving, but making it constructive or, not such a negative experience. And like I always say, finding the positive in it instead of sitting there complaining about it. And, there's nothing you can really do. It's out of your control. It's traffic. It's patience. And again, it's not waiting for something. It's how you act while you're waiting for something. So, if you're low on patience like I am, you have to think to yourself, even in a different scenario. So not even think about traffic. Say thinking about learning to do something, learning a skill, learning a language. A lot of us are in this instant gratification mindset of, we want to learn it now. We want to do it now. We don't have time to wait. Or if we don't get it right away, we're not going to put the time in to actually figure it out or practice it because we didn't get it right away. So we're going to quit. We must not be good at it. And that happens way too often. Patience is the ability to realize not only that things are going to be difficult in the beginning, and we need to act accordingly when we begin something and wait to be good at it or wait to develop that skill. We need to be able to get through that period of learning, that learning curve, to get where we need to be. We need to get out of that instant gratification mindset, and we need to get to the point where we can say, it's going to be difficult at first. I need to give myself time to develop these skills, to learn these skills, to be able to become good at something that I've never done before, or I really haven't done too much of before. I can't judge myself and say, well, I am just terrible at this because I didn't get it the first time or the second time or the third time. And that's where so many of us fall into that bucket that say, I'm no good at anything. And I've done this myself. Patience has so many aspects to it that not only is it me sitting in traffic complaining and how I spend my time waiting for these cars to move, it also deals with life, your career, your skills, and giving yourself the time to develop and giving yourself the time to get through certain situations that you know are going to be difficult, like the loss of a job or the loss of a loved one, or, certain situations like that. You know that, say the loss of a loved one, you know that situation's going to be terrible at first. Patience with yourself is essential in this aspect as well. A tragedy in your life, you know that there's going to be, feelings of grief, and allowing yourself to get through that grief and having the patience with yourself to act accordingly in the beginning and giving yourself enough time and patience to get through that period is going to be essential to helping you get through it. So what you need to do is you need to figure out how you're going to act during these times of your life. I mean, it could be anything, but you need to figure out how you're going to act during these times. Are you going to make it a negative experience? Are you going to make it a positive experience? Or are you going to, it's not always finding the positive in anything, but it's allowing yourself to feel the proper way and to act the proper way while you're waiting the situation out, while you're waiting for the situation to be over. Act the proper way. And that's really all it takes. Knowing that there is a proper way to act in every situation, and knowing that there's going to be an end, and giving yourself permission to act a certain way, and knowing that it's going to be difficult in the beginning, it's going to get easier, and then you're going to get over whatever you're going through, and you're going to return to a happy place. That's what you need to understand about patience, and you need to be able to be patient with yourself. Again, please, if you have any thoughts on this at all, please go to the comments section. I love to hear from you guys and ladies. Please go to the comments section. Let me know if you've ever been in a situation where you have or have not let yourself be patient. And let me know the situation. I'd love to hear from you. Can't believe we made it through another great episode of Happy Moments Podcast. I hope you enjoyed it, and will visit happymomentspodcast.com to listen to all of the previous episodes, as well as sign up to receive any new episodes directly to your inbox. You can also share your own happy moments with me on the site. Also check out the Happy Moments Facebook group to learn more and share more information with other listeners. Follow me on all social media at Happy Moments Podcast and Happy Moments Pod. And until next episode, remember that happiness is a wonderful, fleeting emotion. So make every happy moment count.